All right, here we are, the feed guide. Dairy cattle, poultry, horses, and swine. Great, good old feed guide book. How do you like that one, huh? All right, now if you notice here, it was copyrighted in 1937 by W.D. Hords and Son Corporation. It was reprinted and reprinted, and the last printing is 1948. Which must be this book, 1948. All right, here you have Down on the Farm. Okay. Looking inside of Bossy, hard workers, bacteria play a part. All right. It's quite the big book here. Small intestines. Chapter 2 is From Feed to Milk, the Great Channel System. Okay. Mammary glands, a highly specialized job. Ooh. Okay, why a balanced feed? Alright, so this tells you all about the balanced feed. And look at this. Look how they done this. Pretty cool, huh? Took them all apart and made them look like machinery. Kinda cool, really. Alright, let's keep it going. Okay, production, balanced nutrients, fitting the feed. Oh, they give you so much information in the books. Really cool. Okay, chapter 4, roughage, plenty importance for hostings. Ah, look at that. I'm going to tell you how much milk and everything they give. How much silage, how much corn, how much bone meal, how much alfalfa hay, according to how much milk the cow produces. How many pounds? They said there's a method to everything, you know. Got to get your money's worth. Alfalfa hay and beet pulp. Ah, great. Alfalfa hay and corn. Alfalfa hay and Timothy, alfalfa hay and molasses, substitute for alfalfa hay, alfalfa grain and mill feeds, alfalfa hay, silage or roots and grain, feeding forage crops, Timothy and corn, silage or roots. Has a lot. Clover hay, corn, silage and grain, clover hay and silage or roots. Look at that. Wow. They break it all down, making it simple for the farmer. There you go. Oh, look at this. Good Pasture, office hours, May 1st to November 1st. If we can get this fellow to join us, I'm sure we'll handle this situation okay. There can be no doubt about that. There's the silage, the protein, and carbohydrates. Wow, there. Now that's a nice comment. Good combination. It's nice to have a little bit of comment. Lighten it up a little bit. Feeding cows on pasture. Okay, look at that. They even have feeding cow on pasture. They even have your time frame. Supplementary crops. Grazing. Done that. Oh, and there we have some cows up there. Sweet clover. Vitamin D. Ah. what grain mixtures. How to mix it all up and everything too. Great. Preventing bloat. Oh. Pasture facts. Minerals are important. Fit the hard to feed available. Feed enough for 25 cows, producing an average of 3,150 pounds of milk. Or 20 cows, okay. For how much? $675. Oh, a profit of $625. Okay. This copyright of this little advertisement is 1934. Look at that. Can you imagine that? They even have a copyright of the commercial. Advertisement. Okay, Dairyman's Guide. There you go. Testing. Relations of expense to profit in milk production. There you go. Alright, get up there. The cow is your market. Every farm is a problem unto itself. Really. Alright, that must belong to something. Or maybe that's his bookmark. Crops to grow. Okay. That's important too on a farm. Okay, exchanging farm for milk feed. Exchanging farm for milk feed. Okay, your corn, your costs, the oats. Well, there you go. Grow enough for the next farmer and do an exchange. That's how a lot of things were done back then anyhow. Buying protein feed. One farmer would grow one. Another farmer would grow something else. And we all trade, so we have everything we need. Everyone was in it together as friends. Amount of seeds. Sweet soil. Successful alfalfa raising. Sweet soil, amount of seeds, nurse the crop, making hay. Alright. Yes, used to pitchfork it. I did not have that to bring the hay up either when we were kids. Used to put it on the wagon, put it in the barn. The kids' job, of course there were plenty of kids on the farm. Kids' job was to jump in the hay to tap it all down, make more room, make sure we had enough hay for the winter. That's how it was. Chapter 8, the more common feeds. We did that. My little sister was allergic to the hay, so that was a little hard for her. As soon as we learned that, she had to stop that process. But that's alright. It was fun. Get up there on the beams of the barn and jump down into the hay. At the beginning, you kind of get lost. Molasses yield feed. Navy beans, oats, oat feed, peanut cakes, peanut feed, potatoes, linseed meal, malts, sprouts, clovers, all kinds of good stuff. Okay. Red tops, roots, rye, soybean, sweet clover, velvet beans. Okay, chapter 9, emergency forage. Oh, emergency. Soybean was considered for emergency? Huh. Okay. The grass, millet, fodder corn, cowpeas. Okay. Okay, chapter 10, feeding pointers. Okay, the water, how cows should be fed, mineral for cows. Turning to pasture, laxative feed. Oh, bulk, iodine, laxative feed. Okay, grinding the feed. Look at that. See some of those in the museums now, don't you? Oh yeah, look how that all went up to the barn. Right up there. Alright, corn for the silo. Right up here. Feeding the dry cows. Good roughage, look at that, even feeding dry cows. Rest period. Drying off bossy at calving time. A lot of information in these books, huh? Chapter 12, feeding the dairy heifers. Start right, whole milk feeding. Oh, look at them, they're all right there. Eating grain, skim milk feeding, weigh or measure each feeding of milk. Wow. Growing without skim milk, extra vitamins. Foam harmless. Weigh for calves. Chapter 13, feeding the dairy heifers. There you go, all outside. Do not underfeed. Chapter 4, feeding the heifers. Sears. Exercise pen. Give him good hay. There you go. Nice to look at the old pictures, huh? How things used to be, too. Huh. Kind of go around like that for the milk milers. Alright, bull exercise yard. Oh my goodness. Okay, then we get into chick feeding facts. Different countries. I mean, different states, different. Because you got California, Wisconsin. Oh, look at them. The cute little things. They're always so cute anyhow. Alright, soybean, wheat bran, milk alone, mash mixture, commercial chick feeds. All the different states. Different amounts. It pays to hatch early. Well, look at that. So they're going to tell you everything all about it. Pays to hatch early. Okay. Feeding the layers. Look at that. A whole calendar of 1931.